One question I'm frequently asked is, can you manifest for another person? Is it possible to manifest for a loved one? Well, this video is for all those who have this question in their mind. First of all, please remember everything that is taking place in your mind, including a desire that you have, is meant for you to take some action on. So, even if that means you wishing something for someone else, it is definitely possible to do something within your own energy and consciousness, because ultimately thoughts are energy, and energy is something that we are all connected with. So whatever is going on in your mind, even if it's something that you wish to do for someone, please remember, as long as you're not trying to manipulate another person's energy, as long as you're not trying to force your desire and wish on another person, you have every right to hold on to this wish if it's something that you feel is going to help another person or add value to another person's. For example, like parents who wish to manifest something for their children, it's within your right to want to do something for them, and you can definitely hold positive thoughts for that. But please remember that manifestation is all about redirecting your own energy. So, manifestation is not about you trying to convince another person to do something. Yes, within your capacity and will, you may want to suggest a few things to your loved ones. However, they may do it and they may not do it. But that should not leave you disappointed that my child is not listening to me, so this thing will not happen. How will I manifest good marks for him if he's not studying? Yes, it's within your capacity to teach your children whatever you want to teach them, including maybe a life partner. You may have certain desires for them. For example, for them to have a certain job, for them to be in a certain company, for them, for example, to behave in a certain way with you. You can have all that as your goals. But it is only and only when you work on cleansing your own energy will you actually see positive changes in other people. After all, manifestation is not something that happens to you. Remember, it happens through you. So, you definitely can play a big role in manifesting more positivity for another person. Let's say you have a loved one who's undergoing a health problem. Your question could be, how is it that I can help this person get better health? The answer here is again simple. Work on entertaining more positive thoughts in your own mind about this person. See, the first thing you need to understand, whoever you need to help, you need to see them strong. You need to see them capable. If you see them in a pitiable state, if you see them as weak, then it affects your own mind power to help them feel better. So hold them in a positive state and vision in your own mind. In fact, today itself, if you have been trying to manifest something for a loved one, make sure that you have a complete statement which clearly describes what you wish for the other person. For example, I'm so happy and grateful for my husband's or my wife's good health. Now, as you have this statement in your mind, try to see that person in good health. Visualization and imagination can play a big role here. As you start imagining them doing better, feeling better, or even being with the very thing that you want them to be with, that you want them to experience, automatically you see you move your own body into a positive state of vibration. This is one of the first steps you can take to ensure that you hold positive thoughts about another person. Why is holding a positive thought so important? As you see them in your mind, they will start exhibiting the same behavior in front of you. Why? Because every person has the potential to give you good and bad, positive and negative. What you draw from another person is coming from the thoughts that you're holding in your own mind about them. So do not feel disheartened when you see another one suffer. Do not feel disheartened and disappointed when you see another person not doing or getting what they deserve to get. You can change things by first of all holding them in a positive vision in your own mind. And visualization and imagination is a great tool to get started with. But do not visualize for very long, few minutes. In fact, generally, it is said 1 to 2 minutes is good enough for you to hold a positive thought about another person, including yourself. You see, up to a minute, the brain does not catch that this is not true. After a minute or so, you will realize you get some counter thoughts. You get some negative thoughts like, oh, it's too late. Oh, I don't think that's going to be possible now. I don't think we can do anything about it. So, you see, these negative thoughts are going to come in when you actually start stretching your imagination and visualization for generally over a minute or so. So keep it short, keep it up to a minute, but make sure when you visualize, you are having a smile on your face. In fact, there are so many of my students and clients who tell me once they start visualizing for another person, when they see another person happy, healthy, successful, automatically you see they notice more positive things happening in the other person. They notice the other person is also feeling lighter and more peaceful than before. There have been several studies and experiments conducted in the field of quantum mechanics. One of them was to capture the electromagnetic waves of two people sitting in two different rooms. For example, a husband and a wife. Now, let's say the husband is made to sit in a room and he's asked to hold a positive thought about his wife without his wife knowing that her husband is thinking positively about her. So, this husband is made to think positive thoughts. What they observed was the energy leaving his body is obviously getting better, even if he's holding a positive thought for another person. Now, what was most interesting about these experiments was what they observed, even the other person, in this case the wife, who's simply sitting unaware of the positive thoughts being sent at her, her energy also seems to be getting brighter simply because there was another person, her husband, who was sending her good thoughts, positive thoughts, and thinking positively about her happiness, her life, and her health. So, you see, this is the impact that positive thoughts can do, not only to us, to our bodies, but also to the minds and bodies of our loved ones. The second important thing you need to keep in mind is ultimately, if you are feeling good, then whatever thought you place in your mind, that thought automatically gets power. So let's say if I want to manifest good health for a loved one, I should myself ensure that I am staying in a good vibration. Because when I'm in a good vibration, automatically my thought gets energized, it gets more power. My thought releases energy, it goes right to the other person. Because two people who are connected to each other are not only connected physically, for example, but even emotionally and spiritually, their energies are exchanged all the time. So, two people who are connected with each other actually have common memories they share inside their subconscious minds. As one person among the two begins to clean up their energy, automatically what releases from this one person gets released from the other person also. For example, if you have a phone in your hand and you and another person are trying to snatch this phone from each other, you notice the moment you drop your hands, the moment you leave your hands off this phone, automatically the other person will also let go of that object, in this case, the phone. Why does that happen? Because you see, life and memories are like a game, a match that is going on between two people. The moment you let go of these memories, the other person's subconscious mind also begins to let go and release these memories because there is nothing to fight with. So, you see, all the time, because we share memories with other people, we are actually playing a match and a game with each other. We are not releasing the past, they are also holding on to the past. The moment I cleanse my energy as I think of them, they also begin to drop their past. So it just takes one person to release the past. And as you feel better, automatically the other person also starts to feel better. So if you really want to help another person, you have to start working on cleansing your own energy, purifying your energy, and releasing the past. What is the best way to do that? The Hawaiian system and modality of Ho'oponopono is a great example on working on your own cleansing and your own energy. The whole philosophy is based on a simple metaphysical truth. Each and every one of us has come here to release the past, to learn how to love ourselves, no matter what the problem is. So, even if today you are dejected, disappointed, or angry about something that a loved one is experiencing, all you need to do is connect with your own subconscious mind. Start connecting with your subconscious mind, convincing your own inner child, your subconscious mind, to let go of the past. How do you begin the process of cleaning? It can be as simple as acknowledging how you are feeling. Let's say you are worried about a loved one. You want to wish them good health. Simply acknowledge what is going on within you as you think of them. In this case, worry, fear about what may happen, about the outcome that may come about. So acknowledge this fear and this worry and start taking a few deep breaths, because the moment you breathe consciously over the acknowledgement of a negative emotion, the subconscious mind begins to get more deeply involved with you. Once you acknowledge your feelings, take them up with the inner child. Tell your inner child, I understand This is what is going on within us. I don't know how this has come up. I don't know what is responsible for these feelings that I am experiencing as I think of, for example, my partner, my husband, my wife, my mother, my father, my friend, or my child. Now, the moment you start saying this to your inner child, immediately you will notice that your inner child begins to become more receptive. How do you know that? You begin to feel a sense of peace, as if you have already started applying a balm or an ointment on a wound that currently is inside your subconscious mind. So you start to feel lighter. You start to feel like you are dealing with the problem in the most appropriate manner. And that shows in the form of your feelings. So slowly, the intensity of your worry, of your anxiety begins to come down. That is when you know that you have actually started sending positive energy to your loved one. So, this is a simple step. Acknowledge how you feel, take it up with the inner child, and then continue talking to the inner child in this manner. I don't know how this has come up, but I do know that we can let this go. Please forgive me, my family, my relatives, my ancestors for bringing this up knowingly or unknowingly. Now, at this stage, why do we mention family? Why do we mention ancestors? Whatever we are experiencing in our life, somewhere the patterns of it have come, for example, maybe from our family, maybe it's generational. You see, if people before us did not resolve their problems, then chances are that we are experiencing the same patterns, the same troubles in our life. The question to ask yourself is, why is it that someone in your life is suffering? Their suffering, please remember, is triggering something within you in the form of a response or a feeling. That feeling is your responsibility to heal. There must be some spiritual lesson you need to learn, which is why this loved one is experiencing this problem in your life. So take it up as an opportunity to clean up your past, to free your own subconscious mind from these past memories. Chances are, as your subconscious mind gets convinced, you feel better, the other person's problem will also begin to get resolved. So, the way to keep talking to your inner child is to keep telling the child, let go. Let go. I'm sorry, I don't know how this has come up. Please forgive me and my ancestors, my family, my relatives for creating it knowingly or unknowingly. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for being willing to clean with me. I love you unconditionally for everything. The moment you say, I love you unconditionally, and you keep repeating, I love you to yourself, to your inner child, automatically you notice that this feeling of fear is coming down. The feeling of energy, the feeling of love, the energy of love begins to now overtake your vibration. As we know, our scriptures say God is love and love is God. The moment you feel the energy of love, you experience a sense of power. You don't feel that you or your loved one are victims. You, in fact, feel empowered that things can change. You start feeling more positive about the situation. And when you are feeling positive, at that time, when you entertain this thought that you and your loved one are happy, safe, healthy, successful, automatically you send strong energy outside. This energy is like an airplane that takes off. Once it takes off, it must land. Where will it land? It will land at a place that matches your energy and vibration. So if you're thinking of good health for your loved one, it will land right there by bringing that person good health and happiness in your life. So manifesting for your loved one, remember, is all about working on your energy first. As you work on your energy, you not only help the other person, you also ensure that this life journey that you are taking with this person becomes more pleasant, becomes more enjoyable. In fact, it also takes you closer to your own spiritual power. You will notice that this desire to help another person, to manifest for another person, is in fact carrying a very strong spiritual lesson that you need to go within. You need to look within at all times. No matter what the problem is, the solution is always inside you. So never feel disempowered that you're not able to help another person because you're extremely powerful. So powerful that your energy can correct, can change, and heal anything. All you have to do is be willing to look within, be willing to do the work, and continue to surround yourself with positive thoughts. If you surround yourself with positive ideas and information, it'll be far easier for you to maintain a good vibration. Another thing which can really help you and your loved one whenever you're trying to manifest anything for them is always use the power of water. Start drinking blessed water. Encourage them also to rub their palms against each other, encircle the bottle or glass from which they're having the water, and then to repeat, I bless you to the water a few times, then drink that water. In fact, this is a very common tradition in India. We generally always keep a bowl or glass of water while praying because we understand that prayer can change the molecular structure of water. Prayer can purify the water. And this water generally is distributed to everyone in the house. It was believed that this prayer and this water that is filled with the energy of prayer can actually heal and correct anything. So from today, drink blessed water and also give blessed water to your loved ones. No matter what they want to manifest, if they start having blessed water, you will notice their energy getting more and more positive. They're getting calmer, more peaceful, even receiving mental clarity, which is extremely important for them to manifest anything that they desire in their life. So, go ahead, enjoy this manifestation journey. Remember, the key to your results is always your vibration. Even if it's about manifesting something for someone else, the starting point is always your own mind, your imagination, your feelings. If you enjoyed this video, then do subscribe to this channel. Stay connected with me also on my Instagram page, Dr. Karishma Ahuja. Here's wishing you all the very best. Namaste.